What is good, YouTube? Warstu here with a video in the comic book movie world. So if you're new to the channel, we do Marvel, DC and pop culture based videos, including video games all week long. If that's the kind of channel you want, make sure to subscribe and also check out warstu.com at the 100,000 subscriber mark. If we ever get there, I will be giving away a PS4 Pro or an Xbox One X with obviously SpiderMan PS4 Game of the Year Edition or Gears of War 5, maybe Game of the War Edition if they get it this year, potentially. If not, I will be giving away a PS5 or an Xbox One X Zinfandel if it takes me that long. But we recently hit 75,000 subscribers, which is pretty damn awesome. So I'm going to be traveling over the next 8 days or so to the 20-ish of October. So the video schedule is going to be a bit less, but I'm still going to be uploading daily. Just as timing will be a bit different. So thank you very much for spending a few moments of your day with me, and make sure to grab that subscribe button before we get into today's video.
It's not the end of me playing Spider-Man. There's definitely more to come. I sat down with some of our creatives and we pitched Spider-Man 3, which is going to be something very special, something very different. And you know, I'm just so grateful that Marvel changed my life and allowed my dreams to come true. And Sony are allowing me to continue living my dream. So, you know, it's a crazy thing. It's never been done before, but we'll see how it goes, and it'll be as amazing and as fun.
So, there's a rumor going around again from the same unreliable website. So I've decided to actually cover this for some reason, is because everyone seems to believe it is real. So the latest rumor going around is that Marvel want to buy Spider-Man back. Why this doesn't make any sense is because Marvel owns Spider-Man already. They just don't own the TV rights or the movie rights. So the number that's been floating around from people like Mighty Sutton and people like that suggesting that Disney wants to buy Spider-Man. Of course they want to buy Spider-Man back, but Sony will not sell Spider-Man. It's their biggest property, so why should they? So this rumor came out, you know, months ago. It's been such an old rumor. Now, the reason I played the video clip before this variation of the audio clip started is because, do you remember how Tom Holland said, I'm not going anywhere, I'm not going anywhere? He's an actor, you know, and the fake rumor that he saved Spider-Man in the MCU, when realistically he didn't. Do you really think an actor is going to talk to $2 billion companies? No. So the biggest evaluation that everyone seems to think is true is that they're just about to sell Spider-Man to Disney for $4 to $5 billion. Now, why this is very weird is because if you look on the internet how much Disney is worth, obviously you don't know the exact number. Disney is worth $130 billion based on Disney's revenue and profits for the last 3 years. $130 billion, right? We know that they paid over $70 million for the Fox company, right? That wasn't just about getting the kind of Fantastic Four back, X-Men back, Deadpool. That was the whole company. With that, they got Discovery Channel. They got a lot of other things. It wasn't just about getting them characters. And then this story comes out from, I believe it's fake, that they're trying to buy Spider-Man back for $5 billion. They already own Spider-Man. Now, there's been some people like Jeremy Conrad who has reiterated literally the same thing, that they already own Spider-Man. They just don't own the movies or the TV rights. So why would they pay $5 billion for one character, but Warstu, they get access to every other characters? Well, they've already got access to all these other characters, you know, the New Deal. So the New Deal is essentially one movie, one team-up movie, Spider-Man 3, potentially Avengers 4 or New Avengers. So they've already got a contract there, which they will build upon. The only reason it's only included one movie and one team-up movie is because they had to get it done fast. Now, what I find interesting is this House of the Mouse isn't happy that Disney is aiming to buy Spider-Man films back rights. This is a screenwrite article. It's very interesting. It says they intend to buy Spider-Man for $4 to $5 billion, which is more than they spend on Star Wars. Now, when you just figure out how big Star Wars is, Star Wars as a franchise is probably worth more than Spider-Man. So you're telling me that they're going to pay more for Spider-Man than they did for the whole of the Star Wars franchise. Yeah, it's laughable. Seeing as they've got multiple Star Wars ride, they've got the Galaxy Edge Star Wars ride in the new theme park. So you think they're going to pay more for Spider-Man than they did for the complete franchise. But Warstu, Spider-Man is a franchise. Yes, Spider-Man is a franchise. Spider-Man movie rights are not worth $4 billion to Disney. They've got quite a reputation for buying companies under Bob Iger. They purchased Pixar back in 2006 for $7.4 billion. 3 years later, they acquired Marvel for $4.2 billion. And in 2012, they paid a further $4 billion for Lucasfilms. The most recent acquisition is $71.3 billion for Fox Film and TV. So you could understand why people think they would be buying Spider-Man back. But realistically, whoever made up this fake rumor, $4 to $5 billion, the estimation is well over what anyone would pay. You're talking more, maybe $1 billion tops, because it's not a company. It's just absolutely ridiculous that people even believe this. So yes, Spider-Man Far From Home did take $1.1 billion at the box office and is their most successful movie to date. But if you take away everything, the marketing, wages, etc., it probably made somewhere close to $400 million, maybe $500 million. And as far as Spider-Man Far From Home, it would take Disney almost 20 years to recuperate the cost of 4 or 5 billion purchase. So do you really think they're going to want to buy something for 4 to 5 billion and it would take them almost 20 years to make the money back? Because a lot of people don't realize that when a movie makes 2 billion, let's take EndGame, it didn't make 2 billion, it turned over 2 billion. You got to take away marketing, production costs, theatre cuts, absolutely everything. So it makes no sense. Sony needs Spider-Man more than Disney needs Spider-Man. Spider-Man, when it comes to the pictures, is the only thing that is keeping Sony Pictures going. Realistically, the MCU does not need Spider-Man. Will Disney ever get the rights back to Spider-Man? It's safe to say that a 4 to 5 billion deal is not on the cards to bring Spider-Man back to the MCU on a permanent basis. And I wish these websites, I wish these scoopers that don't have any accreditation, not verified, not that being verified gives you any accreditation, but generally speaking, if you are verified on anything, it gives you some kind of validation. What I find interesting about all these websites and stuff saying, yes, this is where there were always talks going on. The talks were dead. They were dead. And Tom Holland did not save the Spider-Man deal. The companies were talking. The reason Tom Holland is taking the fall for this, saying that he got a massive, one of the biggest people in Hollywood talking again, Bob Iger, and the head of Sony talking again, is because neither company wants to take the blame for potentially the fall of what could have been a potential bad. So Mike Sutton, a scooper, like this is all coming from Mike Sutton. Mike Sutton let fans in on a major scoop. Disney unwilling to wait for possible deals in the future involving Sony and Apple. They were never going to buy it, which may not come to fruition. Plans to buy Spider-Man outright. The world keeps Holland, Parker in the MCU, granted all the characters scoops. So it's essentially a scoop where Mike Sutton goes on that he's hearing a one-sided story which is coming from Disney, that Sony is not completely on board with the arrangement. However, Disney definitely has the money to persuade them. Yes, they do. Sutton noted that Spider-Man is Marvel's most well-known character with Iron Man. Yes, this is all very well and true, but honestly, Disney's not going to pay 4 to 5 billion for one character. That is the same money they paid for Spider-Man. It's the same money they originally paid for Marvel. It's just not worth, one character is not worth that much. I understand you get a lot of different characters with that, but it's just not worth that much. And this rumor's you can go back 1 year. Apple's buying Spider-Man. Warstu's buying Spider-Man. I mean, when the rumor came out that Apple was going to buy Sony, that made absolutely no sense, because without Spider-Man, Sony Pictures isn't worth anything. And I'm seeing big YouTube channels talking about this. There's a few channels with over 1 million subscribers, big websites, Variety. Everyone's talking about this, And I don't understand why people are giving it time of day. Like I said on this before, guys, I'm trying to cover less stories from less reputable, less credible websites because I just believe there's too many scoops going around every single day. We've not got another Marvel movie now till next year, and there's only Black Widow and Eternals next year, yet there seems to be a new scoop every single day of the week. I speak to other YouTubers and other content creators about this, and it's really hard for creators to validate what is real and what is not real because every single scooper seems to find out different information. So it is very hard to find out what is real, what isn't real. There's just so much going around at the moment. Like there's the images going around for Black Widow and Taskmaster that were leaked, and they are actually real. I didn't really feel like making an independent video for that, but that is real. But like I've said before, guys, I will be slightly changing the channel. We will be doing Marvel, DC, Star Wars, pop culture, video games, just like we have, but we're going to be doing it on a bigger scale. The theories are coming back as well. I've been making some theories recently. I really like making theories, so the theories will be coming back, like the Dove Cameron is going to play Gwen Stacy and stuff like that. So we will be doing a lot different, more content, much more content. But guys, Disney isn't buying Spider-Man because they already own Spider-Man. Spoiler warning, they own Spider-Man already, just not the TV rights and not the movie rights. And people are like, Warstu, Disney owns the TV rights. No, they don't, because they gave the rights to Sony quite recently. Sony is making 6 or 7 spin-off TV shows with the Spider-Man character. So like always, guys, please like, subscribe and comment, and I will catch you in another video very soon. Like I said, I'm pretty much on holiday in the next couple of days, so the audio will sound a bit different and the editing will be a bit different, but hopefully you guys still stay tuned and check the most recent videos. So like always, guys, check out warstu.com. That will be much appreciated, and please subscribe to the channel, and I will catch you in another video very soon. Catch you later.